Hello? This is a collect call from
Life of a Lifer.
To accept this call, press 5 now.
Hello and welcome, friends and family. How are you doing today? Today's a good day. Talking here with Taylor Conley on the Life of a Lifer, and I just want to let you know that I appreciate everybody who's out there supporting this movement, people that are picking up on it and really catching wind of what's going on here, and we're speaking the truth. We're coming from a place of hardship, going through the crucibles inside of prison, and life in here. That's why it's called Life of a Lifer. I'm doing life without the possibility of parole, and I'm just trying to really do something with my life. I'm sharing it with you because I feel that I got a story to tell. I got a message to send that people aren't just people that can be locked up and thrown away and never to be heard from again. We're really taking these stories and putting them out there. People that have gotten out and had success, and the guys that are left behind, the guys that are serving long-term sentences that may never see the light of day again, deserve to have a voice, to have their story told, not to be forgotten about. Because at the end of the day, we're all people. And Lizzie, I really appreciate her. She was on the show Love After Lockup. The way that she was painted on there, a lot of dramatics took place. But when we sat down and got to know her, I was able to talk to her a little bit. In this interview coming up, you see a whole different side of Lizzie. Lizzie is a person who has struggled through and persevered through addiction. And addiction is such a powerful thing. And I think that with this interview with Lizzie, she's a perfect example of somebody who was able to change her mind, and now she's doing great things. And she is a positive role model that I think can affect and help many people in their lives to take her experiences and use that as things that they don't need to go through. Anyways, let's go ahead and see if we can get Lizzie on the line here and kick this interview off. And I want you to really pay attention to what she has to say, because this is such a bright and intelligent woman who has been through so much and come out on the other side, and now things are looking up and she has a bright future ahead of her. So, welcome on, Lizzie. Lizzie, you there?
Yes, I am here. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, doing real good.
Good. So, after the Love After Lockup show, I would just like to sit down with you and talk about what's happened since then. What's your journey been like? What are some of the things you've been going through?
Well, after the TV show, I was on Love After Lockup and Life After Lockup. I actually have a real job. I used to be a stripper, so I never actually had a normal job. So I've been working at Portage Plastics. I drive a forklift. I also go to school full-time. I'm going for my drug and alcohol counselor degree. So I got 2 more semesters left, and I got my AA degree. I also have my own website. It's the Lizzie Kommes website. It's lizziekommes.com. It's Lizzie, and then the last name is Kommes, S as in Sam, and it's .com. So I have my own website with merchandise, too.
Oh, okay. What kind of stuff do you got?
So on the TV show, Scott, the guy that was my boyfriend out of prison, was yelling at me. I was out of prison 10 hours, and he was arguing with me. And then, because I don't swear anymore, I was so frustrated. I didn't know what to do. So I was like, it's all in your head, right? And I stormed off, and it was a big scene on the TV show. And so people started saying that. So when girls get mad at their boyfriends, they're like, it's all in your head. So it's a famous catchphrase that I made.
Here's the thing, though, is I'm just getting to know you because I have really actually no clue about the TV show. I don't have access to that in here. But it's cool, though, that you are able to turn that into something.
I used to hustle a whole different way when I was in prison, getting tricks and everything. And so this is my hustle, but it's just a legit hustle.
It's legit.
Yeah, sometimes.
And that's what I promote to people. It's like, listen, you can go and do all this, that, and the other and end up doing all this time in prison, or you can just take that same skill set and apply it to something legit that's cool, and yet at the same time, you're able to not have to go and spend a bunch of time in prison, and you can make tons of money, more money even, and not have to ever worry about anybody coming to look after you or getting in any kind of trouble. And so that's cool. There's so many legit hustles that it's ridiculous.
all the time that I spent using and looking for drugs in my life, that now with that time, I think of ways, how can I make this money? What can I do? What can I promote? Just different things that instead of going searching, spending hours searching for the dope, you use that time in a positive way.
Exactly. If people put as much effort into doing something that is productive as they do into getting drugs and doing crimes, they would be so successful. It's unbelievable.
Right.
You seem to have figured that out, so that's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm happy to hear it. It's a good story.
Well,
and to know that you've applied yourself and now you're working a legit job, going to school, and about to do something that is going to help people. I commend you on that. It's not easy to overcome an addiction. People get stuck in that.
Well, yeah, I was stuck in my addiction. I started at 17. I'm 42 now, and I've been clean. 2 years, 10 months on December 13th. I just can't believe I'm clean. That's the thing, because I never thought I would ever see this day.
That's great. And you got that much time under you, so each day just gets easier, I think. Do you ever have times where you have cravings?
I struggle with the alcohol, but I had a recent breakup and I was crying so much because all my emotions are here. When you're on drugs, you kind of hinder those emotions. You ain't got none, you know? And I was crying a lot and I had one urge to use. I felt like I just wanted to take the pain away. And then I just kind of talked myself out of it. But that was the only time, and that was a few months ago, so...
Well,
yeah, I'm pretty strong-willed on the whole drug thing. I'm not going to use...
Was it like once you made up your mind, you were like, that's it, I'm not doing it?
Yeah, it wasn't me making up my mind. It was like God intervening in my life. He took away my drug addiction when I was in segregation in prison. And I wasn't praying. I wasn't asking to God. Now I read my Bible and I go to church, so yeah.
I'm actually about 26 credits away from getting a bachelor's degree in theology through Bible college.
So proud of you. Wow.
Correspondence.
Bachelor's degree. Yeah, if I would have did 9.5 years in prison, you would have thought I would have got a bachelor's too. But, well, you know, sticking that needle in my arm in prison.
Well, it's not always easy. It's not always easy to get hooked up with educational opportunities either inside of prison. You know,
well, I had,
Did you?
I did do college in prison, yeah. I did do college, but I got kicked out because I was loaded every day. So, I was trying.
I'm so happy to hear the other side of the story, though, that you persevered and, like I said, turned all those negative things into a positive. That's one of the themes of this program, is turning a negative into a positive. But I really do think that not only are you an awesome person, but you have been able to take your life and turn it into a story that I think could help people. I think you could help people overcome addictions just like you have.
Right. I believe that too, because there's so many people on my Instagram who message me. And there's also a section on my webpage called Ask Lizzie. And you can ask me anything and I will respond to your message. I mean, there was this one girl, she taught me what DMT is. You know what that is? It's like where you get to talk to God or something. Well, so she's like 15 years old. Her mom doesn't know that she does this. And she's messaging me on my Instagram. So I'm trying to tell her, it's like anything that's a drug, I don't think it allows you to see like God. Like, I think that would be a lie. I think of maybe demons. You might be talking to demons that may look like angels. Right. But I was like, trying to explain to her, that's not healthy. She's like, well, I just want to be close to God. I'm like, it's not God you're seeing. I guarantee it, sweetie.
I think that you can achieve stuff like that through meditation to be close to God. Have you ever done anything like that?
Well, yeah, I get to talk to them in my dreams. I travel. I do all kinds of fun stuff. What? So I'm a little different. Okay, well, when I pray, I always see the answer in my head. I don't know, it's maybe the Holy Spirit. And a really close connection with God because He literally took away my addiction. And there's a reason for that. And I was having a lot of dreams where I would fight demons. And I think that was when I was coming off the heroin, and the demons might have been my heroin. I remember when I quit drugs, I had a dream. There was I think it was the devil, and he came. I was at this place. There was a cash register, and I was the till girl, and in the back we were selling crystal meth. And the devil says, he goes, I got this heroin. I want to trade you for some crystal. And I'm like, okay, right. So I went back, and all the crystal was in fish tanks. and it was in water. And then so I came back, I said, there's no more crystal because it's in fish tanks, because I guess they were slamming the crystal, so they put the crystal in the water easier instead of, I don't know. So anyway, so the devil says, I'll just give you the heroin. You take it. And I said, let me see it. And I grabbed it, I looked at it, and I started crying. And I said, I can't have this anymore. And I gave it back to him. And I think that's when my subconscious and everything aligned and said, we're done. Yeah. I had deep, intense, crazy dreams. We're not even going to tell you about the dreams of me going to hell. I go to hell on a regular basis. I'm sick of it. So hell is real. It really is. I wake screaming, like on fire, like heart is pounding. It's horrible. I'm so sick of it. But I always got to bring somebody down there. I don't even understand why. Why do I have to do that?
Damn.
Yeah.
I appreciate you coming on here and opening up and talking with us and getting to know you a little bit, because you seem like a real cool person that's down to earth and struggling and battling your demons but winning.
Yeah, this is the hardest thing I ever did in my whole entire life. Walking straight line is the hardest.
And you did how long in prison?
9.5 years.
Yeah, that's almost a decade. It's a whole different lifestyle in prison. So going from prison to out there after being in prison for so long, how does it feel?
Well, honestly, it was a little overwhelming when I first got out. I knew I had to get a job. I knew I had to find an apartment. I had to do all this stuff, but where do you start? Nobody wanted to rent to me. My landlord right now is so cool. I told her my story, and she's like, I'll give you a chance. She didn't even do a background check. She's like, I'll give you a chance.
Wow.
And yeah, I was blessed with her because I went to 10 different places and nobody would rent.
Well, if you're a felon, if you just got out of prison, they don't want nothing to do with you.
Right. They just think that we're the worst of the worst, and it's not. People do change. I'm living proof of that. Give somebody a chance. Just give them a chance.
Yeah.
What's the worst that can happen? You get rent for a few months and then you gotta kick them out. Oh well, rent the place again. I hate when people don't give other people a chance just based on their past.
Kind of the situation that I'm in, it's like I don't ever get another chance. I'm serving life without the possibility of parole. I was 20 years old when I got arrested, and here I am 14 years later, and I didn't even do what it is that I got convicted for. If you don't mind, if I ask you that, what is your thoughts on locking people up for the rest of their lives?
Being in prison, a lot of my friends were lifers in prison. They kind of took me under their wing. I believe that if you honestly have remorse over your crime and feel sorry for what you did, I believe you get a second chance. Because God gives everybody second, third, fourth, millions of chances, especially the death penalty. You're killing people. You're literally killing people on a death penalty. So it's okay to kill people. That's what you're enforcing. You can't kill another human being. That's against the law. But then there's death penalty and it's all okay. Like, how's that even possible? And I don't know your story. I don't know what happened. But you were 20 years old and people make mistakes. And if you didn't do it, then you should definitely not even be in there right now.
Well, I'm not the innocent victim in here, and I was doing a lot of bad stuff at the time, so I put myself in the position to end up in prison. I'm not making excuses for that, and I do have tons of remorse for all the things that I've done, but I didn't commit the crime that I'm accused of. So anyways, Lizzie, I just really appreciate you coming on here, opening up, hanging out, and telling us a little bit about yourself, and it's been nice getting to know you, and I hope that in the future we can do more stuff and collaborate and maybe come back again later on and get an update on how things are going. And I can't wait to check out your website.
I know, yes. My website's amazing. I love it. It's the Nerdy Bird website design company is the ones that helped me with it. Ron is amazing. He helped me out with it and set everything up for me, and I just love it. It's great.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you coming by, and thank you for talking to us today, and like I said, we would love to have you back again.
I would love to do that, and thank you so much.
Thank you. All right. Well, you have a good day, Lizzie.
You too, hon.
Thank you very much, Lizzie. Get on A Life of a Lifer on Twitter, on Instagram, on wherever you can find it online at lifeofalifer.com, and you hit us up and ask a question. I'll get back to you. So with that, have a good one. We'll be back next time. Thank you for listening. I'm Taylor Conley, and this is Life of a Lifer podcast. Be sure to visit the website lifeofalifer.com, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode.